What is urban agriculture? What is food sovereignty? And what do these two things have to do with all of us folks living in Detroit? I'm Bryce Huffman with Bridge Detroit, who is partnering with the University of Michigan's Detroit Center to bring you the Workshop of Democracy series, 21st Century Solutions from the Motor City. We're looking at issues and topics that Detroiters have been working to solve for years. People have studied these issues and worked to come up with solutions that work for their communities. Some of these people include Malik Yakini with the Detroit Black Community Food Security Network, Tefira Rushdan with the City of Detroit's Office of Sustainability, Rue Colvin with the Alma Street Garden, and Dolores Perales with Cadillac Urban Gardens. All of them are working in the urban agriculture and food sovereignty space. All have a wealth of knowledge when it comes to Detroiters and what we need to live long, healthy lives. This is a short crash course in urban agriculture in the city and why it matters. So let's start with some basic definitions. What is urban agriculture? The U.S. Department of Agriculture defines it as the cultivation, processing, and distribution of agricultural products, food or non-food, in urban and suburban areas. Food sovereignty, on the other hand, is defined by the U.S. Food Sovereignty Alliance as the right to healthy, culturally appropriate food produced sustainably, and the right to define food systems putting people at the center. These two things combined can help combat a lot of issues that we face in Detroit. One of those issues is the prevalence of food deserts, areas where residents have limited access to healthy food options. The term food swamp is also sometimes used, areas with an excessive amount of unhealthy food options like fast food restaurants or liquor stores. In other words, far too many of Detroit's neighborhoods are food deserts and food swamps. Another issue is the high levels of industrial pollution in the city, thanks to decades and decades of heavy industry being right near where people live. And of course, Detroit as a city is dealing with high rates of poverty. So even if healthy food options do exist, it's not going to do much good for people if it's not affordable or accessible. What's being done about these issues? Detroiters have been starting urban gardens, big and small, opening food co-ops, and even teaching others how to grow food in their neighborhoods. How can you get involved? One thing you can do is volunteer at Rue Colvin's Alma Street Garden. Follow them on Instagram at grow.on.alma to learn more about volunteering opportunities. Rue also says that you can start your own garden and it doesn't need to be big to make a difference. You can start asking your local officials to support more urban agriculture and food sovereignty initiatives. You can also begin to think more consciously about where you get your food from. I hope this very brief introduction to urban agriculture helps more folks find their green thumb and maybe even sparks your own interest in growing food for yourselves and your neighbors. I'm Bryce Huffman with Bridge Detroit, and this has been a Workshop in Democracy crash course. Peace.